But they're going to go with the Storm again. Going to
5
try their luck at
seconds
just not
remaining.
fighting, ratting around a little bit, pushing and shoving waves with the Underlord and the Storm Spirit. But it's a little concerning, right? That early laning
Choose
phase against
your
that
hero.
Tusk. He dodged it well
Mm-hmm.
before. Can he do it again?
Jonas and Fan Enigma with the final pick. Okay. The Black Hole presence now. Black Hole's potentially pretty strong in this game. When it BKB, they do not have a stopper. So there's that already going for him. But in general, a hero that can potentially farm very well. I'll say he played it in the first game of the first series of this event. Was it all the way back when? Yeah, against Kingwin even. And it did horrible. So he's working on
what I was expecting. Because usually when someone has like a recall, they're like, "Oh man, he played this game, and it was so good."
It was
like,
it was
no.
that bad. That's why I remembered. Unfortunately, now he
train wreck.
He responded that game with a very good Bat Rider game that just took over and helped his team to victory. So there was that, but yeah, no, that game was unfortunate. He has history playing this hero in general though, and so it is comfortable for him, although not the most popular right now. But
it's good here though.
How do you
I
like
like it because, like, we talked about how was their fight before Enigma. It was like a lot of quick spells. There's like someone's getting shackled, someone's getting sharded and snowballed, and Tiny's Ava and tossing and everything, and then Gyro's just trying to play in the midst of all of that. If you're Penta, they're going to be collapsing in on that with all this team fight. They're going to be throwing down a 2-man burrow strike, and then Underlord's going to run up and throw down the root, and then Storm and Lifesteal are both going to zip in, and they're like this big bald clump. And that's where the counter initiation from Jonas Fan is going to be looking to strike. He has to get in there, get that big black hole off. He should almost never be the initiator, honestly. Like, I feel like his game plan is just going to be chilling out and waiting for that infest bomb, and he's going to hop right in. And if he catches, who's going to be canceling that black hole? As you said, it's basically just like the Sand King has to jump in and do it, and maybe the Underlord, but will not be easy.
It will not. Enigma, definitely more than a Black Hole. I know we always stress that whenever this hero's seen, but the Eidolon's potentially good. His stun's a decent stun, and then on top of that, the Midnight Pulse. Don't overlook that ability, especially when you're dealing with some beefier heroes, Underlord, especially even the Lifestealer on the other side. So, yeah, understandable why TFT.
I wonder if Boogie's going to have to itemize for, like, canceling Black Hole, because, like, you can't root him, but is it worth to, like, go Yules? I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
So I feel like if they only have Sand King, whew, that's scary.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, assuming that Storm's not going to be able to do it.
I was going to say,
it'll be the target every time.
Kind of got Storm, but yeah, that's true, actually, yeah. Well, he's going to be in the bottom lane, is Jonas and Fan. Already has that Midas queued up. Not surprising. Usually the go-to item. Arrow's just going to be middle lane. He doesn't even want to go for the rune. She wants to block with himself, and actually it's going to end up being 3 bounty runes for the Radiant side because of that.
The battle begins.
Sand King will just easily pick up this one. Or he's gonna hold
you're
it.
Enigma. You want to be back here denying as soon as you can. Getting your clarity going.
Wait a second. Is we going bottom? Okay.
On the old Storm. Oh, this is what we saw this before, right? They had the Lifestealer mid, or like the PL or something. I think it was Lifestealer in game 1 with Oliver earlier today. I feel like they did the same thing, just for like lane matchups.
Sure.
Maybe. I can't recall. That sounds
yeah,
right,
it was a
we'll
Weehaw Shadow Fiend, I think, that game. Yeah, and he was a safe lane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Point is that we see him at the bottom lane, so why would they do this matchup, though? Is this more for the bottom where really locked in Enigma? Is it more because the middle might not have been friendly for Storm?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about. It's that whole idea about Tusk and the ramps. If you rotate the hero that you think they want to gank over and over away from the mid lane, Tusk can't. He's not nearly as effective. He's kind of terrible, especially level 1. Level 1 mid lane, Tusk dominates. He owns everyone. But like when he comes up here on this Underlord, the shard block isn't like perfect here,
Yeah.
It's gonna work because they have so many heroes, but at least you can get around it. Mid lane, there's just no getting around it.
Well, it's a perfect example. You can get around it, but too much damage in the end.
Look at that, though. They give the first blood to Hanskin so he can afford boots. Very important so he can actually harass this Underlord.
Yeah. He has that to work with. So Underlord having to respect. Ultimately, 3 heroes coming together.
Oh, mid lane, though. Damn, it's a legendary
Era. He has that tree.
the legendary Era Tiny.
That's true. He is playing it. Good point. Frost on the gyrocopter. As Ross
I
does
do
now
like
back.
that he's been given a lot of farm this game too, because I feel like the stats resistance is super strong in this particular matchup. So the more items on the Tiny, I feel like he should be able to go pretty crazy in this game.
Yeah. Got it. Mentioning that there. So right now it's a 1 versus 1 bottom lane. Yeah, DNZ picking up the bounty rune. He's actually going to find a haste rune as well.
Haste.
I thought he might have gone mid,
Jonas, 500 HP. Nah, he's just going to secure the bounty.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm okay with that.
Wants the bounty instead.
Oh, he's going to TP mid with the haste. That's pretty sick. Not
Okay.
going to be expecting that.
Open wounds is up. Can he line up a barrel strike? He sure can. The avalanche comes out though. Pablo, ice shards trying to help him out, but Tiny, it's going to be too much damage at the end. Oh, they get the turn kill on a life stealer, so they do at least get something out of it. And in fact, he gets experience as well, so well played. But it's still more to come. Hanskin, uphill attack misses, gets another one off to this ancient apparition, gets the kill. DNZ, other direction, Orb of Venom's on him. It's not going to be enough tick though. The ice shard's also going to miss. Saying
Nice
stays
dodge from
alive.
DNZ. Seeing that one coming.
Clash middle lane to the other side, but yeah, the clever TP in with the haste rune. Kind of works out, but at the same time, again, they lost Oliver first, so really that was overall decent for TFT.
Yeah, not bad. Era also, he's the only one with a stick or wand in this whole mid lane. Kind of interesting this early on. Trying to keep yourself alive, and you know, there's so many heroes around here, you just get so much value out of that. But
Yeah.
Oliver can't really get the courier, so trying to build towards those treads as fast as he can as well.
Yeah, especially nowadays where the days of a true 1 versus 1 mid is not really a thing. You can always expect at least one, if not multiple sports in the area using an ability, so that wand not only gets charges, but help keep you alive, of course. In those circumstances. Top lane. 4-minute bounty rune coming up. You have Tusk in the area against Underlord, but it looks like Underlord has almost resorted to jungling a bit.
Yeah, even gets the pull up, will secure his own rune. Nice little play from Boogie, and he gets the Satyrs, the Dream. So good for killing with Firestorm.
Thought I heard the
Much
howl
needed
for a second,
experience.
but that was just a 4-minute.
Regeneration.
It's just so typical. It's like, oh yeah, Lycan's in the game, howling. Oh, middle lane. Oliver, he's dead. Once again, RMN. This time it's working out much better for TFT. They might get 2 out of this. Toss or anything. He doesn't have the mana for it. Gonna pick up a tree, though. Gonna walk it off as DNZ comes in, but that's a second death on Oliver already. It's Life Stealer. So if a Radiance was an idea for him, then it's going to be slowing down much, much longer. But again, having the Storm Spirit synergy, is it safe to say we expect the armlet build? Because
They just smoked Oliver, but I don't know if they noticed. Sorry to interrupt, but like they were smoking back here, and it smoked Oliver like right in front of them, and then like he killed a creep. Just like,
wait a second.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he'll probably go armlet again, but we'll see. It depends on if they can just kind of rat this out. They feel like, man, that is a long wraparound, by the way. Oh, Hans gets
Rasta?
tossed for the courier.
No.
Oh no.
Distractions everywhere. Hanskin's fine though. He's a little bit too
Nice.
deep.
Yeah, Avalanche just to cover, so he couldn't get the open wounds. Didn't want to commit both the rage and the wounds. Plus, it's only level 1, so short range.
And he had a raindrop on top of that. So yeah, he was surviving. Not going to be stopped there. They do have the aggressive ward though. That was the Radiant side, so they got some good vision of what's going on that side of the map.
Boogie up top has been continuously zoned out again. He did grab the wave this time though with no support, so that's a good play. And he'll get a lot of experience at level 4 now, but Gyre with that missile is very threatening. Now Jonas fan real deep.
Yeah, I don't know what I mean, he has Black Hole, but I was expecting somebody to come in from the Dire side as if he was going to make a play there, and I think Weehaw was as well. They're going to kill Lifestealer, though, again in response. At least that's the idea. The open wounds, though, healing him up, Oliver. Going the other direction. Support still catching up to no Ether Shock. Just out of
there's a
range.
haste rune.
Pablo. The toss! Oh, right before he gets the haste. Okay, so they do kill Oliver yet again. But yeah, that was a very odd decision from Jonas and Fan there. Not too sure.
Maybe he was trying to play aggressive and act like there was someone there, but with so many rotations coming from their own side, like maybe Storm would have often jumped away, but he knew that his team was backing him up, so
Yeah.
could have been the issue.
Now he's level 6, but he
mana
doesn't
now,
have
though.
mana. Exactly. There's the Black Hole. This should be enough. Yeah. Of course, very effective use. It's one of those cases this early on in the game, especially using a black hole to get a solo kill on a core on the other side is always worth it.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Very happy with that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And then I just go up top to see Boogie rocketed again, just over and over. Constant pressure, another clarity, has another one in his backpack. Frost just keeping them coming.
Gyro's wrecking right now when it comes to farm. He's by far the top net worth, 1,000+ lead. As he has 3,800 net worth here.
Yeah, he has had no one contesting him. He's 0-0-1, hardly even seeing the enemy team. He's coming in here to see if he can find Boogie farming and go for a kill. But he's not there.
Ambitious play bottom lane. They try to dive Wii, but with these 3 heroes, yeah, not enough damage. Especially with the TPs.
Especially without the Hex.
Middle lane,
Era mid. Yeah.
it's fine again. Support's coming in to save the day. So Tiny, kind of build on Tiny this game. Is it, you think, the SNY, the drums?
I still like Blink Shadowblade. I feel like it's pretty good. The Sand King, the AAA, and the Storm Spirit are all vulnerable targets. It's pretty strong for me.
See what direction he goes in. Yeah, usually more of these farming core Tinies, I feel like, tend to go more of the damage
Like drums,
focus. Exactly.
SNY, yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
certainly
offlane,
possible.
Radiant's top tower is under
Blink
attack.
Dagger, Shadowblade, as you mentioned. So yeah, up to Era. Gonna go bottle for now. This next item, but yeah, top lane again, another homing missile. Just a fly in and thunk. That's got to be
Part of the reason
annoying.
why I really want Blink this game is because, again, I don't really think Jonas should like almost ever be initiating, and if they just have that Blink Dagger on the Tiny, it just feels a lot better to me as to how their fights are all going to start.
All down. That's an easy kill. Great snowball initiation. Underlord, by the time he realizes what's happening,
Radiant's
it's too
top
late.
tower is under
Yeah, they are
attack.
heavily abusing him. The only thing Gyro doesn't have going for him this game is stacks, really, but that can be remedied. They can kind of get those going soon enough, get some Ancients, get that dire triangle going on as I draw a trapezoid. It's not a triangle, sorry. Let me
tried.
There we go. Yeah, that's kind of a triangle. Oh, wow, look at that one. Now that's a triangle.
Beauty. Beauty right there. Top lane while we're doing that, Sand King. He's going to maybe die. Oh, he has a burst. No, he didn't have it on cooldown, I was wondering. So that makes more sense. Boogie, he's here. Just a little bit too late, though. But now with Lifestealer, they could make more out of this. Lifestealer, though, at half life. Actually, Era is also here, so we got a bit of a skirmish going on in between the Tier 1 and Tier 2 top lane. You got to be careful about diving. Always Boogie, though. He's going for the Dark Rift. Level 1, though. It takes
Radiant's
forever
top tower is
for
under
that to go
attack.
off.
And during all this, Jonas is now
Radiant
onto the
structures
tower.
are fortified.
Has the Midnight if he wants to clear the trees, but he's not that committed to the push quite yet. Just wants to go secure the bounties.
This Gyro is insanely farmed right now. He has drums, 1,000 gold saved up.
Radiant's top tower is
And their
under
answer
attack.
to him is going to be Sand King, but DNZ is far away from any sort of Blink Dagger. He hasn't really been given any lane, any space. The one lane that looks to be available, Hanskin's now wrapping around on him. They have this ward still. He might even have to burrow defensively.
Zaps the creep wave, but that's it. Shadow Shaman feeling a little bit of that cooldown nerf that happened, but level 4 it's the same. All the way down to 8 seconds. Like it was before. Tiny is going to go the drums, at least for now.
Okay, good.
That clicked.
Fine with that too. Obviously, it makes him a lot tankier in case they do start going for some of these infest plays, so he won't be a vulnerable target. And should help him farm quicker than something like the Blink or the Shadow Blade. Just means that they're going to be more creep focused, perhaps, and not quite as team fight focused.
Trent.
Breaky.
Gyrocopter. This is not Oliver.
Oh, nice. We're in there. I mean, if you have a free game, this is the item you build for sure.
Think
It's
so?
basically like a permanent DD.
Huh.
When the math works out, it's just like you're constantly doing damage. It's great. Happens every time. Just keep spouting out. It increases the damage you're getting from anything that has an attack effect, like a
Dire
Maelstrom
are
or something.
scanning.
Yeah.
You just get like another chance at it. I am always down for the Aghanim Scepter.
Dire's top
QO
tower
made me a
is under
believer.
attack.
Ooh, Weehaw. Trying to catch him. Tusk going a little further than he was hoping for, though. Yeah, he did not expect Weehaw to go uphill there.
Over here now.
And thus leads to his death. So good reaction from Wee. Bottom
Dire's
lane though,
middle tower
Enigma.
is under attack.
Here, Hanamite is coming out
Radiant's
cooldown again
bottom
soon, so
tower is under
all of a
attack.
sudden he has plenty of gold. In fact, this bottom tier 1 is definitely falling with the roster boards.
Oh, this is gonna look so similar to game 1. All right, we have the Enigma. He's threatening with the Black
Radiant's
Hole, and he
bottom
also has the
tower
push of the
has
Eidolons,
fallen.
and then we have the Shadow Shaman. So this time the push is a lot easier for Final Tribe though. Like last time, the push took some pretty serious commitment, and it was risky. This time, I would say not nearly as risky. Like they just drop snakes and play around the wards, which is a lot easier than like
Radiant's
going
bottom
high ground with
tower is
Lycan
under
or like
attack.
posturing around a tower with
Dire's
Lycan.
top
Jonas
tower
in
is
trouble.
under
Oh,
attack.
he was just charging in, hoping for a black hole attempt, almost it felt like, but he did not realize that many people were there.
That ward right there just saved them. Well, so that could have gone poorly.
Gyro does have the point booster and 1,000 gold saved up, so you mentioned if you're free farming especially, boy is Frost free farming. He picks up another bounty rune. I mean, at this rate, it's going to be a
Dire's top
very,
tower
very
is under
early
attack.
axe. Now, to be fair, Oliver's build, he actually would, I think he even has like brown boots, and then he just goes right into the axe. So, a little bit more build up here from Frost's when it comes to
Okay,
his Gyro
yeah.
build
Fair enough.
with the axe. But yeah, again, our
Radiant's
sample size so
middle
far
tower
here in this
is under
event, Oliver,
attack.
those 2 games, one actually worked great. The other one, it seemed like it
Dire's
just
bottom
was like,
tower
what was
is
he
under
thinking
attack.
kind of deal. So we've seen both sides of the spectrum.
Radiant's top tower
with this
is under
unique build.
attack.
I mean, there are definitely issues with it. It has a really big opportunity cost of just like, what if you just bought S and Y and you just
Yeah.
ran at people and you're really tanky and fast and you do a lot of
Radiant's top
damage
tower
instead of just
has
buying a
fallen.
bunch of HP and
Dire's
some more
bottom
damage.
tower
But
is under attack.
bottom lane, SAS resistance, not enough.
Well, it allows him to get the avalanche off, actually, and that could set up some turn now. Weehaw, no, he's going to be sharded in. He does not have the most mana to work with. Shackle's locking him down. Burrow Strike, though, it buys more time for the getaway. DNZ, he may end up dying for this. Keeps his teammate alive, though that'd be big. It's not going to be enough, however. Rock Barrage takes him out, and now DNZ the other direction. Open a TP in time. Got it. So at least he escapes, I guess, but Weehaw, that's a target that the dire sides happen to have.
Tiny lol. It is true though. That was all because of SAS resistance that they got that kill. And then top lane, they do use the black hole. Jonas gets the kill on
Radiant are
Boogie with
scanning.
Oliver in the area, trying to create a block with his Eidolons, and he will, because there's no phase boots here.
Nope. He just sneaks out. Well played by Jonas Fan, but as you mentioned, black hole used for that, but worth it. And how about his decision too? He's had this blink queued up, but he actually just might be going right into the BKB first at this rate. Again, cannot be stopped once he has that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what he does. Finishes
Radiant
it out, just
structures
gets the blink.
are fortified.
Pablo, he's got information. Rasta Ward's down. DNZ does not have Epicenter. Ice Blast is not ready either. And yeah, this is going to catch him off guard. The drums activated, the call-downs up there. They just explode Ancient Apparition. And they'll take the tower.
Radiant's middle tower
Okay,
has
take the
fallen.
easy kill. Use the snakes for another objective. Everything going quite fine. This looks so much like game 1 though. They did this exact same kind of fluid flowchart Dota where it's like, okay, we have done this. We will now go and do this. And then that is something that can be well read, and Penta did a very good job of that because they TP'd in really good rotations to get kills and counters, but Boogie gonna try and ult out. He should be okay this time.
Yeah,
Dire's bottom tower is under
it's a little bit
attack.
further. So, yes, but at the same, I mean, 7,000 net worth lead.
Radiant's
It
top
does feel like
tower
it's on
is under
another
attack.
level this time though for TFT. Things are really
Radiant
looking good across the
structures
board.
are
But I guess on the other side, positives. Storm Spirit's Bloodstone, and that's I feel like where it changed last time, right? Where he got
Yep.
the Bloodstone,
Dire's
they
bottom
won that
tower
big
is
fight. He
under
got 4
attack.
charges off the bat, and then went the other
Oliver's
direction.
in a catapult, so I mean, this tower is donezo.
Uh-oh, Walrus Punch.
Dire's
The
middle
Shardin.
tower
Uh-oh.
has
Oh,
fallen.
Oliver.
Oh no, it was a trap. Catapult
Just
might end
saving
up
that
getting him
punch.
killed. Open wounds, looking to turn, at least stay alive. There's the punch. Rage wearing off, and there's the shackles.
I'll take your tribute.
Well then, he dies.
Oh, can they get
weak.
Mihal though? This will make it all worth. He's trying to find out where he zips, but no. Too far, Jonas.
Good attempt
Dire's
there.
bottom
Blink is
tower
picked up
is
by
under
Enigma.
attack.
Can't go dying like that for old Oliver. So yeah, he does get it, eh? Okay.
Yeah. So has that jump now, and the BKB
Dire's
is
top
going to be
tower
quickly
is under
followed. Again, he
attack.
continues to be up there on the net worth, behind Gyro, who's just godlike when it comes to his farm this game. But and speaking of that, yeah, the Axe is done on Frost. So He's got, as you kind of put it, essentially kind of a free double damage ring that's always active.
Dire's
Interesting way to look at
structures
it.
are fortified. Dire's top tower is
1.1
under
seconds.
attack.
So his current attack rate is 0.94. So yeah, it's almost at a DD. He just attacks a little bit faster than it. But yeah,
Dire's top tower has
it's
fallen.
something. I mean, you can't control it, but there's also no summons to be concerned about this game. It would just be creeps. So there's some value there. It does make you
Radiant's
really
bottom
tanky.
tower
There are a
is
lot of
under
magic
attack.
damage on the Radiant side too, so extra HP isn't that bad.
Yeah. And he's helping push this bottom tower. That's something else too. It's an effective tool for sieging as well. Helping to assist to kill the bottom tier 2 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has
It's also
fallen.
demoralizing if you lose to side gunner gyro. So that is like another important part of the item, I would
Dire's
say.
top
Yes.
tower is under attack.
The mental victories.
That's another way to look at it there. All right, Bloodstone's finish on Storm. So this is the key for Penta. Right away, they're looking for a kill. Thinking about where to go. They get some vision down in the ancient area. In top
They're
lane.
looking. Yeah.
It's just Tusk,
I
though.
think it's Enigma they want. but
Radiant are
where he be? All right, they're just going back. They're just gonna settle. They're like, you know what? Fine.
We'll kill Tusk. Ugh. There you go. Well, Snowball will delay this. TP's coming in. He goes in. Pablo, Walrus Punch, Wee's in trouble.
no.
The Burrow Strike does hit to save him at least. No Black Hole coming out just yet from Jonas, but they're still chasing Weehaw, still zipping away. They lose Oliver in the midst of this fight. How did he live? And not only that, they're turning all this. DNZ in trouble over here. The Black Hole actually catches Weehaw. Do they have the follow-up damage? That was a question. Yes, they do. They take him out back over to Sand King. I mean, he's still alive for now, but he's probably dead. Frost will finish it.
Dire's
The
bottom
catch.
tower
Did he
is
like
under
randomly
attack.
black hole there, hoping?
Dire's
Yeah, he
structures are
just caught him in the TP animation, like barely. Oh my god. They were not ready for the blink there from
Dire's
Jonas. They were
bottom
not ready for the
tower
quick
is under
response.
attack.
It was very clear that Final Tribe had read exactly what that
Dire's
play was,
bottom
right? They
tower
were out
has
there
fallen.
baiting DNZ. I am surprised they didn't have enough damage to bring him down instantaneously, but I guess it was because RMN was still so far away that the Ice Blast didn't connect first. And then
Dire's
Snowball
bottom
Dodge
tower
came
is
out.
under attack.
And did he end up living?
Yeah,
survived through all
everyone
of that?
survived on TFT. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I said DNZ. Sorry, I meant Pablo.
Oh,
Sorry, too much DNZ Tusk today. But anyway,
true, yeah.
the Ice Blast wasn't there fast enough to kill Pablo.
He lived. That was impressive play. Again, TFT, great turn on their part. And something else, too, to keep in mind. Again, Underlord was not there that fight either. He was pushing out bottom, you know, while the rest of the team was smoked up. And he actually even went the Aether Lens first, which in itself is a little curious to me. Underlord's an... I get the idea of the item on the hero, but prioritizing an Aether Lens, though, I don't know. That seems
He's
off
just
to me.
so poor. Like he wanted something so he could actually like use pit during fights and everything.
Well, they were pissed off. Take out two.
Charges.
And here's Underlord.
I'm here, guys.
Yeah.
He has his ultimate as well, so they have bailout potential.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, nice. He's hit the 385 movement speed with his Tranquil, so he gallops. Moo was mentioning how this is very important for Underlord players. So you'll notice once his Tranquils come back online, he will gallop everywhere rather than just walking.
Oh.
Yes, it is, again, another kind of
Dire's
moral
top
victory.
tower is
Moo's
under
insight,
attack.
always top
Yeah.
notch. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Back
Give
online.
me that gallop. Give me that sweet, sweet gallop, Boogie.
Move, damn it.
There we go. Oh, look at that
Dire's
gallop.
top tower has
It is
fallen.
legendary. He doesn't just walk. He's a beautiful stallion.
Galloping at you, and that's got to be... those nerves are ticking now for TFT. All right, well,
Dire's
Jonas Van
top
back up.
tower
The
is under
BKB,
attack.
it's almost finished. Just needs the pattern. And then again, has that free black hole presence. Oh, several items picked up there. Kaya, the follow-up for Storm Spirit yet again. Similar to the last game, but again, the biggest difference this time, he died right away with the Bloodstone. He's got a couple charges back at least. But still, TFT in control. And actually, speaking of Aether Lens, Shadow Shaman on the other side, that to me makes a lot more sense, right? Where this is a
Dire's
hero
top
that
tower
really
is under
benefits.
attack.
And when you get level 15 too, he's got the 25% or the 20 XP rather, and then you get into the 125 cast range with an Aether Lens. It is absurd.
Yeah, we'll see those long-range nets coming out. And for a hero like Storm Spirit on the other side, anything you can get to help lock him down. So Tiny, it was kind of an in-between. We were mentioning what was potentially his build was going to be. He went the drums, but then he went blank.
This this smoke just got 100% scouted because he used Ether Shock from the fog, and Sand King pinged that out. And they're saying, like, why would he be standing there, like, in the fog like this? I think they know for sure they were smoking it down mid.
Okay.
Which is kind of interesting. Why would he go... Sorry, you're saying the blink? I think they just need it, honestly. But the drums first, which is kind of helpful for, like, roaming farming. Maybe because, like, you have a Midas Enigma who's not ready to fight at that point.
Yeah.
Learn ya.
And then you go back to the blink. But, yep, another quick grab there for Frost. 7-0-3.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Impressive game for him. It's been that way. The net worth continues to be on top as well. 13,000 net worth. It's Storm Spirit next in line at 11.3. Enigma hitting level 15, gets that cooldown reduction. They jump down, Copter right here. There's the Black Hole response, though. He gets a couple, including Lifestealer. And Lifestealer could end up dying through it, most likely. Yes, they also kill Sand King. You saw Underlord. He actually went in with a Dark Rift to try to help save his teammate. Now Weehaw flying around, getting Jonas Spam, pulling him in with a Vortex. We'll finish him off at least. But again, damage definitely done by TFT, and they should be able to secure the tower kill as well.
Radiant's middle tower
This is where,
under
you know, if
attack.
Shrines were still a thing on this high ground, they would shrine up the Storm Spirit, they'd zip him with an Ice Blast, they'd have another kill. Let's just all be thankful Shrines are gone.
Yes.
Not a thing.
In the base,
Radiant's
absolutely.
middle
Oh.
tower has
Storm
fallen.
was so broken at that point, too. My God.
Yeah, a lot of heroes were at that point. That's not a fun mechanic, and that's why they took it out. It's a game after all, damn it. We should have had fun.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Eventually. We can call Dota fun.
if we get there.
Got it.
Enigma, he died though, but again, he did his job. You had Black Hole, and obviously with the BKB, they can't stop it. So good catch from him. Storm Spirit though, staying alive at least, and working on an Orchid now. That's his next item.
Yeah. They have quite the line here. Up through here, into fight here. If they get a pick off and they get roached with this Deso, get the Aegis on top of Weehaw, this game is back in victory territory for the Radiant. Right now, I don't know, Weehaw venturing off pretty far to get this wave. Shows on it. Dire scan up here. Wondering if it's safe to kind of hold this area. So that's what they're going to do. So I guess we're going to start getting a little bit of a vertical kind of split here. You know, Radiant are going to go this way. They come down here.
I can't see my minimap now.
Okay, you're welcome. I'm quite the artist.
No, it's very, very well done, though. You know, I will say
Thank
you use that feature more than anyone I know, and it's great.
Very important.
It is. It's great, and I'm glad you do, because it's
You need to communicate.
in the game for a reason.
Oh, look at that ward!
Yeah.
That was all right. Remember when they drew that line to the smoke to get this vision down? Because I want a ward right here.
Yeah.
That is exactly what Armin was saying, and that ward spots the smoke defense.
Oh, they spotted it, but can they stop it? Ancient Apparition goes down. The Roshan is getting low. Uber is activated. TNC somehow Pro strikes away. The Uber is going to get off. No, yes, it will at the last second. But they lose Lifestealer, and the Aegis was taken by Pablo, actually, on the Tusk. So, but the point is they keep it out of the hands of the Radiant.
Dude, he is going to blink in so YOLO with this Aegis.
Yeah, might as well.
The dream. Oh, well,
That's
spotted
tiny.
the smoke, but yep, not enough. And we can't even get the wave.
Kill
So
it,
the
kill
back
it.
door is gone.
There's Roshan, or not, Roshan, the wards. Rasta wards, that's what I meant to say. Pushing with Roshan, could you imagine? Era, he tosses him in, actually. The Evanston comes to the return, but out comes a Black Hole as well. Locking them down. Weehaw was not caught in it, though. He zip-zaps around. Tusk, Aegis is going to respawn, but again, it was on Tusk. So, not the biggest deal in the world if you're the Radiance. I don't know, Weehaw, maybe it is. He gets stun locked, but he gets the zap off at the last second. The Urn is put out, though. The attack from the ward and the Ice Shard. So, Pablo makes use of the Aegis. He takes out Weehaw in the end as they are retreating.
Easy cleanup from Whiskey, the Penguin. Probably the best cosmetic in Dota 2. Thank you very much, Pablo.
That
Yeah,
Ice Shard.
that's a pretty tall order. I'm sorry, but I am a big fan of Whiskey. Makes a little igloo. Real good. Final Tribe, also real good. Excellent take on that Roche. Get themselves a tier 3. And we can start taking down these shrines whenever inside the jungle. They're even sitting with a haste rune here too. So if you're Radiant, everyone's respawning. What's the goal? More Bloodstone charges. But you don't really want to, you know, they have to shove out all their lanes. It's kind of easy for Final Tribe to read what they're doing. Weehaw has to show on waves because it's kind of their best way to push them out.
Yeah. And that was a huge epicenter from Sand King.
It was. Yeah. Probably saved it, honestly.
Well, that helped kill Gyrocopter in the midst of that fight. Again, he did not have the Aegis, as we knew, so that at least gave Penta a fighting chance in that hold, which they did. I mean, they lost tier 3, but the rack's, of course, an important thing, just considering what happened right before that. But Gyrocopter's back up, and he changed his mind, actually. He had a butterfly queued up, but now he's going the Eye of Scotty instead. Is that better synergy,
Yeah.
I guess, with the Axe?
A little bit. I don't know. It's like, again, it's just doubling down on the huge HP and all the magic damage, but there's also the point where, like, you get so much HP up against AA, how great is it? You know, he still has that
Radiant's
percent-based damage
bottom
wearing you
shrine
down.
is under
He
attack.
is level 12 now, too. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. The higher you are, though, I guess the better it's still going to be. They don't really have any way... Oh, they do have percent-based damage, too, from the Underlord as well. So there is, like, there's a lot of magic damage, but there's also a lot of percent-based
Dire's
stuff that
top
kind of
tower
negates
is
the
under
value you
attack.
get from flat HP up against it. It's kind of interesting. Not to mention just, you know, Lifestealer. Obviously one of the bigger ones, but... Bit of a tough call. However, Scotty's very good against Underlord, Sand King, and Lifestealer. They're all in the midst of things. So, can't really hate on him for his decision. And we're
Aeon
gonna snake
Disc.
these racks away.
Dire's top tower is
Aeon
under
Disc
attack.
picked up by Enigma, and he has a black hole. Whoa, that was Underlord dead. Got tossed
That's
in.
Era Tiny right there. Instantly obliterates someone. Perfect blink in, toss back. Those are the kind of plays you need. Ooh,
DNC.
Speaking of plays.
Yeah,
Whoa!
he's trying to make some plays, distracting us. Meanwhile, you look at the top 8, this is why. He's distracting. Look what's going on up here. The melee ranks is dying. Pablo TP's in. Gets the Hex up on a Lifestealer. Snowball's hit on the Weehaw as well. Caught us here. The whole team is here all of a sudden. Lifestealer will end up exploding. And they will save the racks because of that. So they get middle. They save their top. That was a decision by Penta to try to kind of backdoor against them. But they were ready for it, at least react in time, as they're going to pause shortly after.
Sec Discord. See what happened there was the Discord message did not get through that he needed the back on Lifestealer. And so he's dead.
Good transferring of the blame there by Weehaw. Excellent work.
Must have been it.
But despite going back and defending,
The snakes clean up mid. So, final try, feeling good. This is, again, much like game 1, but things are going according to plan. They're not getting out split pushed by Weehaw. They didn't come online like crazy with the Bloodstone. This is more what they were looking at with their previous attempt at this strategy.
Yeah, black hole for Enigma, still ready to go. And now with the Aeon Disc, and he has an Octarine core, even now queued up, so more cooldown reduction already with the level 15 talent on top of that. And actually, you know, with that one, the Octarine, that's actually going to help out the Aeon Disc as well. Speaking of that item, so not one you typically think about when it comes to CDR impacting it, but
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of crazy how long the cooldown is. I mean, he already has the
Stupendous.
15% cooldown, and it's still the 85.
yeah.
And then that's just going to help even more if you can get to the Octarine.
Underlord pushing out top lane. He's working on finishing his Shivas, which definitely will be a nice tool to have. But Gyro's, he can pick up his I have Scotty
Dire
almost,
are
just about there.
scanning.
Okay, well, yeah, he had enough. Never mind. Math. Any math. Here we go. I have Scotty
Radiant
in his
are
inventory.
scanning. Dire's bottom
Push
tower
tier 2
is
with
under
that.
attack.
Weehaw, though, bottom lane. He actually has a regen rune bottled up.
Yeah.
Where's the
Maybe
body?
hoping someone will come back and defend.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Play
Regeneration.
with that,
Radiant's
but
top
for now,
tower
they're
has
not.
fallen.
They're instead still sticking at the
Dire's
top
bottom
lane.
tower is
Although
under attack.
Rasta is going
Radiant's top
back, so maybe that could be a
shrine
free
is
kill.
under
Although more TPs, never mind.
Radiant's top
And we-
shrine has fallen.
He cuts a path out for RMN, but he's still going to die.
He tried.
Like, he tried to zig him like a little tree line. That was pretty cute, but maybe he could have just TP'd, I don't know, back up there? I'm not sure what the plan was.
I was
He's
wondering why.
definitely just trying to keep his regen going. But
Yeah. He tried. Again, good team effort, but not enough. Ancient Apparition falls. And not only do they stop that bottom tier 2 tower push, but they're going to group up again. But if you're TFT, it does seem a little risky going in right here without maybe the Aegis, so...
yeah, they're
Won't
probably just
go
going
for
to poke
that.
a little bit, maybe get some wards down on the high ground if they have any. Well, speaking of wards, I guess the Shaman wards are the real thing that they should be looking to get on the high ground, eh? So maybe we could do that as they start trying to push Weehaw out of this lane for once.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
Weehaw-
Glimmer
shrine
attempt here
is
from
under
Hanskin.
attack.
Ah, it's not gonna work though.
Too quick.
That ward.
Oh, one down here, yeah. Spots them coming, so he's good. But yeah, Weeha's farm,
Radiant's
he's
bottom
really
shrine
jumped
has
up. He's
fallen.
actually keeping up with the gyrocopter now. So he's definitely doing his darnest to carry Penta back into this at least. But, well, very easy, or very hard task, I should say. Oliver, also the Lifestealer bomb with the Storm Spirit. We really haven't seen, we were seeing it earlier on, maybe like a couple or so, but they haven't been making the best of that, unfortunately.
I'm sure he's actually so salty about both of these games that he went armlet. Like,
yeah.
I can just tell he's going to be angry. But maybe they can get it here. Oh, no!
The timing of the stun was perfect, and the black hole will get both of them. Well, right as we're saying how they're not using that combo, they do that.
What happened?
I don't. He got
I mean, he's an Aeon disc anyway, so, like, what was that zip?
confidence. Is what that zip was. Overconfidence. You're
I mean, he
right.
is- Yeah, I don't know. He's a BKB. Like, are you gonna orchid him? Because that's not. Maybe they thought they could zip in and out. I'm not sure.
Well, don't say they. I mean, that was Storm Spirit.
That's right. Yeah,
Lifestealer just
can't
went along
blame
for the
all
ride.
of it.
He's like, I don't know what's going
Radiant's
on.
top tower is
He
under
doesn't have any
attack.
controls in there. He's just along for the ride. Fair enough.
They do have buybacks. Storm Spirit's up in 5. There's the wards, though. Is that level 3 ward? It's level 3 wards. Even Epicenter. Here we go. Jumping into Gyrocopter. The Ice Blast through as well, so they might kill him. He pops the BKB for this. They did lose Tusk.
Glimmer.
With that BKB, the Glimmer helping to save as well. The Midnight Pulse put down. Storm Spirit falls again. He has to buy back right here. Doesn't have a choice. He zips right in. Frost is going to probably end up dying because of that. So they at least take him out. But Arrow's still doing the work. Looking to beat down TNC. Will do so. Weehaw finding the Enigma, though. Pulls him back in with a Vortex. So gets a kill there. But so they're going to clean up here once again. But you look at the big picture. The racks are still destroyed. There with the Dire. And Ancient Apparition said too. And there
Okay,
was
that's
buybacks.
pretty huge, though. That's a lot of dead heroes for one set of racks. I don't know if the experience in gold will be enough. Sadly, obviously, the buyback for Weehaw hurts
Yeah.
them pretty heavily. Even with the big kill bounty onto the Tiny, with the reductions, he still loses 387 gold. He did a good job of handing a lot of the other kills over, but the Tiny was like 8-time kill streak or something. And yeah, would have been a lot better if someone else got it, not the gold reduced Storm.
Yeah, Storm Spirit, yeah, again with the buyback, though. The biggest thing of that. So, behind.
Oliver's dancing in the pit, waiting
I'm
for
over here.
Hoping.
what more is there to do in Dota.
This is one of the
Oh
better
no,
shots.
not the sigil.
Right as he respawns, too. So, they have an idea.
And you can't do anything about that. Maybe with the flying vision they can reach it? I don't think he can.
Dire's middle tower is
Oh,
under
there, if he
attack.
can zip over. Yeah, he can't get it. He would have to Remnant, and he can't waste all his mana.
Sigil MVP. It's going to wear off here, but
Did its job.
it got a buyback out of Tiny. So, little bit of a minor victory there for Penta. It's something, but now they cannot
Minor
beat Roshan.
victory. Well, we'll see. They have one in the qualifiers.
They still have to
but-
get there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough task.
Well, I feel like Boogie's about to get sharded and die. Let's find out.
You're wrong. There's no shards.
No, Pablo, he waited for the force staff, though. Go, Pablo!
Oliver,
Oh,
there's
line.
the shards. It blocks him in and nowhere to go. Another 4-staff. That's not enough, though. Midnight Pulse put down. Jonas Van still has a black hole. I hear the Uber going off. There you go. Dark Rift just for himself, but clearly Penta, they're desperate, trying to do anything, but this is going to be a Roshan kill now for the Dire team. Once again.
Shaman's going back home. Radiant has no vision. Enigma's here, too. If he comes high ground,
He's dead.
he will die.
Oh,
that's good.
Oh,
Yes.
got him. Wards are down. They black hole for this.
Roshan
No,
has fallen
okay.
to the Dire.
He is going to get away. They kill Roshan. Wee's over here, though. He goes into them. They're going to kill Gyrocopter maybe as he ages, though. Worst case, so a little bit sloppy, it felt like. But they're going to kill Weehaw in the end. He's dead for 80 seconds. And Frost is now back up.
So that was the blink snowball from Pablo to save him because they didn't black hole. Now, you can't... Wait, no, I'm crazy. What am I talking about?
I was gonna
I don't know how he literally just zipped. All right, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
What just happened there?
They didn't black hole. That
They
was the
just
only
didn't
thing.
layer it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
But it worked out.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the point. They knew it would work. They also knew they're going to get a kill on Boogie. He's dead for 90, no buyback. This should be it. Penta just doesn't have enough firepower. Aeon Disc was popped right there from Jonas Fan.
Radiant's middle tower is under
But again,
attack.
he still has the BKB Black Hole. That's the Radiant team can't go too deep. They got the Epicenter with Lifestealer, so maybe this is going to be the last chance hope. DNZ goes in. They do jump Enigma. Okay, no Black Hole now. Although he buys back immediately. We'll see how fast he can get back into the fight. Oliver, however, hexed up. Trying to get away. Ain't going to happen. He's locked up with the shackles. In the back lines, DNZ stuns in. Doing his best, but they will lose Oliver. Now DNZ decides in the Sandstorm. Eventually going to take down, it feels like. Armin also being ran into the base.
Going toe-to-toe.
Really is, actually, and they're going to kill Tiny. Okay.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Penta keeping on fighting, man. Now there's the Black Hole. Jonas Fan comes back.
Radiant's
And
middle
again, they're
tower
gonna
is
lose
under
Tweedo.
attack.
All right.
Got a little dicey.
We got a reset here. It's
Radiant's
essentially going to be now a clean
has
best
fallen.
of 3 on our hands. As we're
Radiant's
tied at
middle
1 game
tower
apiece.
is under attack.
Long day for old Penta. 3 games, now 5 games, and then they have at least 2 more to go. So you got to imagine maybe that advantage of Final Tribe might start coming into play, especially after a game like that. Like if you've got the momentum rolling, it feels good, but that was a game where like they had the same strat pretty much as game 1, but this time you weren't able to beat it. And so maybe you kind of feel like they figured you out some. You're starting to get tired after your 5th game of the day. Final Tribe maybe will be able to take this momentum now that they've done something successfully in this series and carry that into perhaps a 3-1